Hey, what's up everyone? In this quick video, we're gonna talk about foam rolling. We're gonna talk about, does it work? How to do it right, what not to do, and then some tips and techniques to get you started. In this video, we're gonna be using the adjustable mobile roller by Committed HP, which is my favorite foam roller for almost 10 years now. So let's get started. So first off, let's answer the question that I hear a lot, which is, does foam rolling work? And the answer is yes, absolutely, as long as you do it right. So we're going to be focusing on 3 techniques that work in this video. The first is myofascial release, or trigger point release, which is essentially putting pressure and massage on certain parts of your body or muscles to get it to down-regulate or relax. So removing the tension from the tissue. The second technique is joint mobilization, which is essentially stretching the muscles and tissues around the joints, and we're going to use the foam roller for that. And the third technique is body awareness or body connection drill. So as we're going, we're really creating a greater mind-body connection. We're getting more connected to our body so we can ultimately use and be in our body in a better way. So we're going to start with the feet and then the calves. Those are my 2 favorite places to start. So if you have a ball, like a lacrosse ball, this is a great time to just put your foot on that ball. So I'm going to start off by rolling my foot right here in the center on the padded stick. While I'm doing this, I want to go slow and I want to cover the entire bottom of my foot, the toes, the forefoot, the arch and the heel. I really just want to get everything alive and awake. After 20 or so seconds, I'm going to put my foot on the ball itself, and then I'm going to get some actual trigger point release in the middle or the center of the foot and the arches. Gonna do the other foot. So now we're gonna move on to the calves. We want the ball spaced out about hip width. Now the calves are one of the best places you can roll, so when in doubt, I would always recommend rolling the calves. And while we're doing the calves, we're gonna take this opportunity to talk about a lot of those tips and techniques that I mentioned earlier. So for this, I'm gonna put 1 calf on each ball. I'm gonna let my body just get familiar and settled, okay? And the first thing we wanna do is we wanna focus on our breathing. So just taking a few deep breaths. So as I'm rolling up and down the calves, painting the whole backside of the lower leg, I'm not just rolling aimlessly. I'm paying attention, connecting with my legs, and then also being aware of where the tender, sensitive, and tight spots are. Because I'm gonna focus on those because those are like trigger points, okay? So now that I've found a trigger point, I'm just gonna stay there and kind of marinate on that spot. Second tip and technique is really being aware of your body tension, okay? Or your level of activation. So when I notice my body getting tense and tight, I might even raise it up a little bit, and then with a big exhale, relaxing my body. So both at the full body level and the area of the body that you're rolling, we want to think melt like butter in a pan or ice cream on a hot day. So relaxing the body. If I can, I'm gonna cross one leg over and really just focus on getting the trigger point release on one leg. I can flex and extend, or dorsiflex and plantar flex at the ankle, which will lengthen and shorten the muscle that I'm focusing on, is another great technique. So now I'm gonna bring the balls together, which are gonna get different muscles in my calf, the gastrocnemius. I'm gonna keep rolling. Getting the outside and the inside, moving my leg. Another thing I really want to be aware of is what I'm saying to myself, the story in my head. If I'm saying, this sucks, I hate this, why does it need to hurt so bad? it's gonna be worse and you're not gonna get as good of benefits. If we're saying, I'm safe, nothing's attacking me, this is good for my health, I'm so excited to feel better after this, those kinds of stories and language in your head actually does make it better. All right, so moving on, we're gonna do the hamstrings later, but we're gonna do the glutes next. So we're gonna space the balls out to a little narrower than hip width. I'm gonna put it right underneath my legs, and then I'm gonna pop my hips right up on there. Now I'm rolling the glutes evenly. So again, back to my breath, my body awareness, the stories in my head, going slow, connecting with the body, and then honing in on those tight trigger tender points. When I find one, I'm gonna stay there, try to get that release. It's not uncommon for the body to twitch or shake while you're working on a trigger point, so just embrace that. So if you notice, I tilted my body to the right here. So now I'm gonna do a little more active rolling or movement. So I'm gonna straighten, bend, drop out and in. Straighten, bend, drop out and in. This is not essential, it's just a technique that can really help lengthen and get better release. You can explore all around the glutes, but generally speaking, aim for 20 to 60 seconds per side, per body part. All right, moving on to the quadriceps. Since we're already spaced out, we're just gonna go a tiny bit wider. Want to make sure it's measured out so it can be right in the middle of our legs. We're just gonna get down in like a plank-like position, rolling the quadriceps. All right, we're gonna bring the balls close together, just a tiny bit of space. We're gonna put the anchor ties on, which are gonna keep the balls from moving apart as we're rolling. We're gonna do the back, and whenever I like to roll the back, I like to tuck the shirt in just so it doesn't get in the way. And we're gonna start here just above the hips on the lower back. Just taking a few moments to let the body get familiar with the roller. If you feel like you can stay relaxed and it's not too intense, you can lay all the way back. Coming up, using your arms and feet to push as you roll up and down. So the great thing about the mobile roller is the spine can go right in the middle of the ball, so there's no pressure or discomfort on the spine as you're rolling. So as we go up to the mid and upper back, we're gonna practice some joint mobilization for the spine. Really great for the health of the spine and for posture. So we're gonna be at the mid back, most of our weight in our hips and feet, hands supporting the head, elbows open wide, and we're gonna drop back into extension with a big exhale. Flexion, coming back up, exhale. You can move to different points on the back. You can go right to the neck from here. The neck, I'm gonna be really gentle, generally not moving around and putting a lot of pressure. All right, so now we're gonna do the hamstrings. We can totally do the hamstrings on the floor, but I love a bench or a chair. So any surface you can sit on that's not too squishy. So we're gonna roll first with the balls together. I'm just gonna lift the leg up, put the roller right underneath, put a little forward pressure or weight. Then I'm just gonna press down and explore the back side of that leg. I can go side to side. You can just pause and put pressure. You can extend and flex. Sometimes I even like to just go onto one ball, so going right in the center of the hamstrings. If you're feeling adventurous, you can even pop your hips all the way up and roll. All right, so we're gonna finish with one more joint mobilization or stretching drill. We're gonna bring the balls back wide. If you have just a regular cylinder foam roller, that works great as well. From the hands and knees, we're gonna place the roller outside of us to the side. Forearm is gonna go underneath the body, hand on the roller, and then big exhale as we reach. Coming all the way back up each time, dropping that shoulder underneath as we reach down the line. So what we don't want to do with foam rolling is we don't want to chase pain. We also don't want to smash, mash, or break things up. These are things that we used to believe were the focus of foam rolling. Even I used to focus on it, but now we know none of those things are true. Okay, so we really want to focus on relaxation, connecting with the body, and getting those tissues into a more relaxed, healthier state. So that's it for this video. Check out some of our other videos to get more advanced and in-depth techniques for foam rolling and using the mobile roller for myofascial release. Hopefully this video was helpful and that you find your foam rolling a little bit more beneficial.